Okay, Dean Rusk disagrees with you, and he was the Secretary of State at the time, but that's fine.
The communist nations have exploited the turmoil of a time of transition in an effort to extend communist control into other areas of the world.
Thoughts on Dean Rusk and America's involvement in Vietnam? I know next to nothing about that.
Exactly.
You know, one of the odder coincidences is the Russian lawyer, Veselnitskaya, I hope I pronounced her name correctly. Veselnitskaya, who you were working with.
Right.
Saw her on the same day as the infamous Trump Tower meeting. You claim in the book you did not know it at the time. But you even write in the book that, now you're starting to wonder, were you sort of drawn in and worked in a way? So if you might have been drawn in and worked in a way, how do you know Christopher Steele wasn't?
We talk about that at length in the book. We also talk in the book very candidly about, let's be honest. We have to. There are certain things we wonder about.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'd like to know more.
Glenn Simpson was never mentioned in the 448-page Mueller report, was he?
Well, as I say, it's outside my purview, and it's being handled in the department by others.
Okay. Well, he was not. 448 pages. The owner of Fusion GPS that did the Steele dossier, that started all this, he's not mentioned in there. Let me move on. At the same time, Fusion GPS was working to collect opposition research on Donald Trump from foreign sources on behalf of the Clinton campaign and the Democratic National Committee. It also was representing a Russian-based company, Prevezon, which had been sanctioned by the U.S. government. Are you aware of that?
It's outside my purview.
So what he just pointed out to the lead investigator, special counsel, was that the company that was digging up dirt from foreign spies on Donald Trump at the behest of the Democratic National Committee and Hillary Clinton's campaign, they were digging up dirt on Donald Trump from foreign governments, that the guy who owned that company also met with a woman who was supposed to be meeting with Trump's people at the Trump Tower meeting. That was the big meeting that was supposed to be treason, where he was supposed to be getting dirt on Hillary Clinton from a foreign entity. And so what's important about that is that the woman, what's her name, Aaron? How do you say her name?
Natalia Veselnitskaya.
So Natalia Veselnitskaya, I can't say it, but you said it well.
Yes.
So she was the person at that meeting with Trump, and she had meetings with the owner of Fusion GPS before that meeting, and she had meetings with the owner of GPS Fusion after that Trump Tower meeting. And so, well, here's what they say. Steele authored and compiled information for the controversial unverified anti-Trump dossier on behalf of Fusion GPS, the firm that was hired to conduct opposition research funded by the Democratic National Committee and the Hillary Clinton campaign. Fox News reported in 2017 that co-founder of Fusion GPS, Glenn Simpson, met with Veselnitskaya, which is the woman at before and after the meeting in Trump Tower. Now, Mueller report references the firm on page 103, noting that President Trump's legal team suggested that the meeting with Veselnitskaya, former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort, and Trump's eldest son Don Trump Jr. and Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner might have been a setup by individuals working for the firm that produced the Steele reporting. So what they're saying, Aaron, correct me if I'm wrong, is that so this woman who had the meeting with Trump and not Trump, but with Kushner, Trump Jr. At the Trump Tower meeting, she was working with the opposition firm hired by the Clintons. So what it looks like is that she was trying to bait the Trump campaign into doing something that they could say was illegal so that they could then, which is exactly what happened, isn't it? Now, what do you say to that?
So yeah, listen, it's certainly plausible. There's no proof of that yet, but it's one more strange coincidence where you have all these people with connections not to Russia but to the West and to U.S. officials and to Democrats who are engaged in suspicious contacts with the Trump campaign. Same with the supposed predicate of the entire Trump-Russia investigation, which is Joseph Mifsud, who I'll get to in a second. But let me just say about the Trump Tower meeting. It's possible it was just a coincidence that Veselnitskaya is working with the same firm that is accusing Trump of collusion and is forming the basis for the FBI getting surveillance warrants. Could be a coincidence. It's possible, right?
Possible.
We don't know. But you know what? But no matter what, the Trump Tower meeting it's so much more of a joke because the reason why it was deemed a smoking gun it was not even because of Veselnitskaya, but it's because of this email that Rob Goldstone got from Don Jr. got from a British music publicist named Rob Goldstone. That's where he said that the Russian government is compromising information on Hillary Clinton and our dealings with Russia, and we'd like to offer it to the Trump campaign, and this is a part of the Russian government and its support for Mr. Trump. And, you know, everybody says this is proof of collusion. Adam Schiff always highlights this. It came up a lot today. But what nobody mentions and what Mueller leaves out of his report, which is so strange, because Mueller includes, of course, that there was no actual information provided in the meeting. It was a dud. But what Mueller omits is that the offer that Goldstone sent to John Jr. was fake, and he was not acting on behalf of the Russian government. Rob Goldstone is a British music publicist working for a Russian pop star who asked him to get a meeting for his Russian associates, Veselnitskaya. And so Goldstone, by his own account, and I just interviewed him, he made all this up. He made up that there was a crown prosecutor in Russia, because there is no crown prosecutor. He got that from his home country of Britain. He made up the fact that the Russian government wants to give compromising information on Hillary Clinton. And by the way, in her dealings with Russia, which is not even, so that's not even about the content of stolen emails. So basically what is deemed to be a smoking gun, Mueller leaves out the fact that it was a lie. It was fictitious. And so it's supposed to be taken seriously that the Trump campaign or Don Jr. took this meeting, you know? But so Don Jr. took a meeting that was based on a phony offer. Okay. All right. Maybe he should have called the FBI. I mean, I don't really care. And the fact is that people get dirt on their opponents all the time. But the point is the offer itself was fake. And there's this disingenuous pattern of of supposed damning Russia contacts like this one, even though it's not actually a Russian contact. It's a fake email from a music publicist.